Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of
Boys, Booze, and Blood.
I am George, Jug16X.
I'm Francisco Matahari, the Beta 00.
Bitch. And I'm Edward, known as Beloved Freak.
And today we are talking American Horror Story.
Yes, new
We're
season
talking
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow,
Yes.
That's right. We're talking about this franchise since the new season is coming out tomorrow, and just give it some love because it is unique. Because I feel like we haven't had an anthology series like this in a while. I mean, I know you could throw Goosebumps.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Masters
Outer Limits,
of
that type
Horror.
of
There's
thing.
a lot, but these one's unique because it has a lot of gay elements to it. And
Gay
that's what we're
elements,
about.
Very
but
modern.
also very different topics each season. I mean, it's in its let's see, what season is it now? Apocalypse is
Seven?
8th, right?
8, yeah.
8 fucking seasons. Because I remember when this premiered, I was excited about it.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, ooh, like a horror series. But I thought it was going to continue off the first story.
Yeah.
So after I heard, okay, different theme each season, I'm like, I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But did you, when it came out, did you guys know the name Ryan Murphy? Did it do anything for you guys?
I didn't
Yes.
know who he was.
Yes, you knew? I didn't know.
Because of Nip Tuck.
Oh, okay,
never
interesting.
watched
I've
that.
never watched that.
Because he did Nip Tuck and then he did Glee. Which,
No, he did. He did
he
a lot
did
of good
Glee, I remember
shows.
that.
Now,
Glee.
now that I know about him, like I can see his track record, and it's good. It has Popular, it has Nip Tuck, it has a bunch of good shows. But to me, his name didn't mean shit when that shit came out. But now he's like a household
What
name.
got me noticed the show was the advertisement, the posters and all this stuff. Because I saw like the latex costumes and the horror. So that was what intrigued me.
That's very
Eddie.
That's so me. It's like goth kind of thing.
Very leather.
Yeah. So I was intrigued. I was like, ooh.
yeah, it's
fetish.
very mysterious. Like, I kind of... When the first poster came out and it was like the latex dude and then Connie Britton all pregnant and everything, I kind of got like a little bit of a Suspiria vibe just because it's just the way it was like, you know.
But
Brought to your attention.
I don't know, it just popped out to me.
That's another thing that I liked about the series is the posters. Everything's very unique. It's very especially like I remember the Asylum had the religious stuff going on to it, so it gave you hints on what the show's gonna be about, but it still throws a curveball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the show.
Every season.
Every season.
Yeah, I mean, they don't do that nowadays because remember that before it would be like they would give hints like towards the end of the season of what next season would be like. Now it's just kind of like they just, you know, throw it at you. They're like, okay, we're thinking about doing this, that.
I think they just try to switch it up a little bit, just because I know the first two seasons definitely try to switch it up with the storylines. Freak Show didn't do it. I think Hotel didn't do it. I think Roanoke, whatever.
Roanoke.
Roanoke.
I
There
think
you go.
Roanoke had the least promotional campaign
I think
out
so.
of anybody.
They
I don't
think
remember.
they try to keep it hush hush because it had a lot of twists to it.
Yeah.
So
Which we'll get to
quote,
that
unquote.
because Roanoke's one of my favorites too because I thought it was so original. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to
But I mean, what I thought was unique also about this series is just also the way he repeated the cast. Because I kind of like that. It's the way I know Quentin Tarantino does it with a lot of his characters. They just play new characters, and I think it's great.
I like it.
Especially like Sarah Paulson coming back because she had a small role in the first one. I know you
Fuck
don't like
Sarah
her.
Paulson.
I know you don't like her because she's always crying.
And smoking.
That's why he calls her Sarah Always Crying Paulson.
That's not what I call her, but okay, that's
there
a
you
good
You
go.
said
name.
it before. I remember.
I didn't
Sarah
come up with
Always
that.
Crying and Smoking Paulson.
Okay, someone called that first, but yeah, I'll take
But he's
her.
not wrong. She does do that.
True.
Every season
I like
she's
her, I
crying
love
and
her,
smoking.
but-
She's a great actress. I believe her, but I got tired of her.
Yeah.
Real quick.
But I mean, like, I kind of like they use, you know, Evan Peters is a staple.
Yes.
Jessica Lange was until the fourth season and she wanted out.
Yeah. But she's in essence in everyone.
Yeah.
I think so. And then, you know, now it's just they add a new roster because it's, you know...
Before it used to be Thaisa and Lily Rose and blah blah blah, but now it's Kathy Bates and Angela Bassett and Dennis O'Hare and the Billy Lord is very prominent in it now. Since Scream Queen.
And then all these...
Emma Roberts.
Favorite gay actors is what I call them. So Dennis O'Hare's one. Finn Wittrock when he came in Freak Show. That's
He's
like
not gay though.
I know he's not gay, but it's just
But the
like...
show-
They make him be gay for us. Yeah.
He
Come
gave
on.
her pay.
Matt Bomber.
He used Matt Bomer, Cheyenne Jackson, like all these people that just comes out. He's like,
It's
let me put you in
eye-candy.
my show.
It's totally
Was that
eye
guy,
candy.
that twin guy that just got married and then divorced real quick?
Colton Haynes.
Colton, yeah.
He wasn't in American Horror
He was
Story.
in two of them, yeah. He was in Cult, for sure. And he was in Roanoke, I think, for like a little cameo.
He might have been in cameo. I
Yeah,
really
he was a
don't
cameo.
recall.
But
Ooh, he was the cop in Roanoke.
Yeah,
No, not Roanoke. Cult.
Yeah,
I only saw a little bit of Cult because I hated it.
whatever.
I kind of skipped that one too.
Yeah, it honestly. Well, we'll get to.
We'll
that.
get there.
We'll get
But
there.
speaking of that, I feel like me and Beto both came up to this conclusion. In recent years, they're doing something called gay baiting, where they throw prominent gay actors or icons in there just to grab the viewers. And I'm like, it was a good appeal at first, because I'm not gonna lie, who doesn't want to see not Evan Rivers,
Evan Peters.
I was thinking of porn star. Evan Peters naked.
Yes, please.
Because like when he showed his ass in Asylum, it was a big thing.
Oh yeah,
it was a big thing. You have Finn Whitrock,
Matt
in the
Bomer,
undies, Matt Bomer, like
Cheyenne and Hotel.
who doesn't want to see these people naked? But it's just I feel like they're using that too much lately.
They're throwing it. They're shoving it in our face.
And I noticed that more in Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel was very sexual.
Freak Show, it threw a little hints in there. I think also Murder House had a little bit with
a little bit with Secret.
But it wasn't over the top. It was just hints at it, like.
Yeah.
But then once Hotel came in, I'm like, am I just watching porn? That's what it was.
It became over the top. But
porn.
I'm gonna excuse it a little just because it was a vampire theme, and vampires are very
vampires and sex.
Sexual. And
that I can
You know
see.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can excuse it a little like that. But I do think that they're trying to shove it in our face instead of making it more sexy and organic.
Yeah, it's a Ryan Murphy thing too.
Yeah, but it has become a Ryan Murphy. His shows start off perfect, and then they become this bomb of sexuality and gore in your face that it's not needed.
Yeah.
So he always has the good ideas, but I don't think he knows how to follow through.
It's appreciated.
He does not follow through.
Because I wanted to go back to just the horror element, which is what he started with. I just don't want it to be like a gay show.
Yeah.
Like I want it to just be what it's supposed to be.
Don't lose focus
of what the
show's about. The integrity of the show.
Yeah.
And at the core, it's a horror show. Let's keep it that way. You could throw hints of everything. I appreciate it.
Let's make it sexy. Let's make it gory.
Yeah,
but
that's totally cool.
Exactly.
But don't take it away from the story. You have to add to the story.
Yeah. No, I agree.
His stories always fall flat. Like I don't think I've ever been satisfied with an ending of his.
And you know what? The second to the last episode is the best one.
I think so.
Literally, the last episode is just like man.
I think the middle of the seasons are always the best ones, and then it goes like, oh, bitch.
The Halloween episodes sometimes.
And the Halloween episode's always the middle one.
That became a little bit more tradition.
Yeah. So let's dive into Murder House.
Season 1!
Yes!
Which, my favorite.
That's one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites. I think it's top. I rewatched it recently, and I would always compare it to Coven, because Coven was one of my favorites, but this one takes the cake just because the horror element is just there. And it was very
in every
in
episode.
your face.
And it was sexy too. There was some hints of sexiness. Dylan McDermott, come on, daddy.
Oh my
yes.
Zachary Quinto, the Rubber Man. Yes, there were some hints of of sexiness, but it was driving the horror. Horror was driving it, and then there was sexy in it. And now it's just like...
It was just a nice mixture of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But again, I don't know if I'm satisfied with the ending.
Why
it
not,
was the best of the endings out of the whole seasons. But I do think that after you find out that, spoiler alert, Violet is dead and has been in the house all the time, like the show goes downhill from that.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. It might have a little bit of a lag, and this is where I think for shows like this, 13 episodes is long.
Yeah,
and
I think 8 is a perfect.
I had a conversation with someone about this.
If they're 30 minutes, 14. If they're an hour, 8.
Keep it down.
8 or 10. Because honestly, and this is where, and this is totally off topic, but this is where the defense of Iron Fist season 2 comes in. The fact that it's only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
It works in its favor because it makes a story
concise.
You get
tighter.
more. It makes it tighter. You get more in an hour than you do in the 13 episodes. So I think for this kind of thing, I think it would work well as well. It's just in those short episodes, you can pack so much shit in there that it'll be a better show.
Yeah.
I didn't find I found maybe a little bit of a lag in Murder House, but I think
towards the end.
But I love what they did was they look into the backstories of a lot of the ghosts.
Yes.
The episode with Tate shooting up the school was
the Halloween episode was amazing.
One of my favorite Halloween episodes, bar none.
In every show.
Exactly, bar none. It was my favorite because I was always on the edge of my seat. I was just like, oh shit, what's going on? You know, and it's like
very reminiscent of our time now in America with the shootouts and all that. Like that shit had me
like
scared.
Adelaide dying was heartbreaking too because the Down syndrome girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because it was you felt bad.
That scene where she's trying to take her to the house so she'll live forever, but she doesn't make it. Oh my god!
No, that wasn't even the sad part. The fact that she wanted to be a pretty girl.
Oh,
and she gives her this nasty ass mask.
But I want to be a pretty girl.
She's like, I want to be a pretty. I know that I kept saying that to everybody, and I felt bad. I want to be a pretty girl.
It's quotable. It's quotable.
It's quotable.
But that's what makes the character amazing.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it sticks in our heads.
One thing, going back to Murder House, when I first saw it, I was actually the second season I saw it. I saw Asylum first because I thought Asylum was the first season, but they're like, no, Murder Houses, which I saw it on Netflix. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's not as creepy as Asylum. It's not as
you thought Asylum was creepy?
I thought it scared the shit
we'll get to that.
We'll get back to that, but it didn't live up to what I expected after watching Asylum. Okay. But once I finished the whole thing, and not to get too ahead of myself, but once I finished watching like Hotel, Roanoke, and all this stuff, I was like, I need to go back and watch this. And when I went back to the Murder House, and I appreciated so much about it because even though it's not super in your face, it has so many layers and so
I think that makes it
characterization in it with all the characters. It's like an onion. You have the different layers of it, and that's what made it so intriguing to me, and that's why I appreciate it a lot more. And that's what, like, before I was like, this isn't one of my least favorites. It bumped to one of my favorites after that. So for anyone out there, if you don't like it, I say rewatch it, and you'll find a little bit more.
And exactly, and I like the setting of it, just L.A. Only because they play
the
off
house
like
alone.
The house alone is beautiful, and I've been to the house, not inside, but I've been outside of it, and it's fucking massive. It feels like and it's a chilly vibe. I went at night, and I was just like, oh shit! Like you get a vibe off it. And what I liked is they played off L.A. horror stories, like the babies getting taken in the 1920s, and then also what I loved and I was like living for was when they did the Black Dahlia. And they had Mina Suvari as the Black Dahlia.
God. Perfect casting.
Yes.
Perfect casting, and I'm surprised they got away with the gore they did.
They did
because they did the whole like body spread out and everything. Movie. I fucking loved it. I was like all about it. Like that's what I liked. Just the ghosts. Like they stay there.
Yeah.
The reminiscence.
That's when we find out that that's where they live now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's why, like, again, the layers of the whole characterization of everybody. So that's something I learned to appreciate, and that's what also makes it great about going back to these things, to these shows, movies. Even like when we watched The Witch, I found a lot to appreciate. Even though I still don't like it, but
you find something more.
I appreciate it a lot more. So same thing with this show, with Murder House. I just found so much to appreciate afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Just curious, what did you find something more about The Witch? What did you find out this time?
Well, before, I hate every character. I didn't like Anya. She was my favorite one. And yes, the subtitles actually does help because not just understanding it, but it made me appreciate
the story.
Well, yeah, sorta. For me personally, it came more for the actors learning a different language, pronunciation, things like that. So you're like, wow, like I don't care for these characters. But the actors were actually really amazing across the board. And I appreciate something like that. I'm glad you could appreciate that. I appreciate the cinematography. It looks really beautiful. Compared to watching it on a laptop, watching it on the screen actually makes a huge difference. So I appreciate more things like the cinematography,
Did you see more witchy action than before or no?
I noticed a lot of things I didn't catch the first time. Oh, okay. So, like Black Phillip, I didn't notice he comes out at the end as a person. I just thought
it was sexy person.
Well, you just see a shadow.
He was hot.
Well, he looks like Hook.
You only saw a boot. What is sexy about a boot?
There's a face and a goatee and stuff.
It was dark as fuck. I didn't see no face.
But like when I first saw it, I just thought, oh, you only hear his voice. What the fuck is so special? But when you actually see him, I was like, oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. So I just picked up little cues here and there. Okay. But that's it. Like otherwise,
that's enough for me.
But, like, I didn't hate it, FYI. I didn't hate it. It just wasn't for me. I just thought it was a little boring.
You fell asleep, yes.
I fell asleep with some parts. But you know what? It didn't stop me from appreciating the things I did see.
Which brings us to Asylum, which made me fall asleep. Because it has everything but the kitchen sink in it. It has the angels. It has the mutants. It has the aliens. It has this. It has that. It has a fucking musical number, which was stupid as fuck. The banana song.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but it was kind of weird.
No, I don't like any of it. after loving season 1 and going into season 2, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I hate it. Season 2 to me is the worst one. Change my mind.
Well, for me, I didn't like it at first either. But I had to, I had to give it a rewatch. It had a kind of darker element to it, which I kind of liked. It had a more like ominous feel just because there was a demonic presence in that asylum.
Yeah.
And I know Sarah Paulson's not your favorite, and she took charge this season. I forgot she was
fucking in there. Oh no, Lana! Lana is on. I think the subplot of Lana and the killer is the only thing I liked about it. If they had focused more on that, I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing this fucking angel of death in there.
I actually like that though, because
it's scary. But after you've had mutants and aliens and this and that, and then you see
the alien thing I didn't like,
and then you see a fucking serial killer. Is like, okay, what is this about?
It loses focus here.
The alien thing kind of threw me because I was just like, why? It had no purpose to me. If they would have kept it at the Angel of Death and just the demonic presence, done. Because Lily Rabe getting possessed was the shit.
That was amazing.
She's a good
actress. My favorite performance in that whole series.
Yeah, I think
she was very pure, and then for her to get possessed, it's like
she plays the dual roles of being the innocent and then being like
she was great at that.
I think her storyline could have been
bigger,
the driving force around this, and then the subplot be the killer. But when you throw in everything but this kitchen sink, it's just annoying to me.
Maybe they were just trying to top Murder House. I think
that's exactly.
Everyone's probably like, oh, this is too simple. Not enough is going on for a horror show. You need to add more. So they're like, let's do this. I think they're trying to test what viewers want and go from there.
I think so.
I think that was their way of experimenting.
But even Jessica Lange was a lot better in this. I liked her as the nun because like she wore the sexy underwear underneath the nun outfit. That to me was like mystery. It's like,
wasn't she? She was impersonating the nun, wasn't she?
No, she was. She turned into a nun. She was a cabaret singer, an alcoholic.
She became a real nun.
But she lusted after
is this Sister Act?
No, like she just had like she always wore the red like undergarments because she lusted after the Monsignor or whatever. Yeah. And I like Chloe Sevigny in it, and I was mad that they cut her so short because she was like a nymphomaniac. They gave her nothing to do.
They made her a mutant.
Oh, okay, but no. My favorite episode of that shit, and tell me if this was not good, the Anne Frank episodes.
I forgot about them.
Where it's like this woman comes back, she's in the asylum, and she's like, I'm Anne Frank.
Okay.
Yeah. And they make her seem crazy.
Was that Franca Potente? Who was that? Who was the actress?
I don't know who it was, but she was... I forgot what her name was.
It's coming back to me now, but I hate the season, so I'm not going to talk about it.
But, no, that episode alone was good, just because, like, she was believable. She came in there, like, everyone was afraid. She wasn't. She was fearless. And she was just, like, she knew the medical doctor there was a Nazi officer, and she's just like, it was him. And what's her name? Not St. Jude. Fucking Sister Jude believed her for a bit. And then, like, the twist at the end was, like, she actually wasn't Frank. But, I mean, it was a good 2 episodes. I liked it.
On to the next.
Okay, look, Asylum deserves its own right, but that's up to people's opinion.
I like that. It's
Everybody
so
thinks
weird.
different.
It's so weird and bizarre.
It is.
That's the thing I appreciate a little bit more. That's why I think it was one of my favorites, because it had different elements. I was like, okay, it felt like a Goosebumps kind of thing, because that was the first season I saw, so I couldn't compare it to anything else. When I saw it, I was like, oh, there's different subplots that maybe it's creating a universe.
I think it did too much. I think that's what its problem was.
I think what they should have done is that they should have had other seasons tie into that season.
Yeah.
Like, if they're going to do the aliens, do a whole season with
aliens. Yeah,
and tie it up with
Definitely.
Asylum. Asylum could be the base to tie in all these seasons together.
I agree. And now we're on to Coven, which is probably the most popular one, the most critically received one.
No, I think about amongst the gay culture,
fans? Yeah.
That's actually how a lot of my friends liked it.
Oh, for sure.
Gay boys love witches.
Oh, and sassy ass witches.
And sassy ass witches, yeah. Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts made the season. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody had a one-liner that you can remember. Fucking Kathy Bates, Angela Bassett, Gabrielle Sidibe.
All the women across the board.
Fucking Supreme, except for Sarah Paulson, who gives a shit. But it was amazing, and they had powers, and they all had different powers, and we were discovering who was gonna be the Supreme. It was just my second favorite, a dream come true to me.
I think so, and I like as much as I like Jessica Lange in the second one, the third one tops it just because she was so fierce, and I think maybe that's why it tickled my gay side just because of the way she was just like carrying herself. And she's like, you idiots, and just flung them with her telekinesis. Like, that's bad bitch. That's it. She was a bad bitch throughout the whole season, even until she died.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's just no fucks.
That's why I love that season.
I love that.
So
season.
good.
It tackled racism. It tackled Kathy
Bates as a racist was the funniest shit. It
was amazing.
She's like, don't tempt me, niggers. Like, it was just funny to me.
Totally relevant nowadays.
Totally, exactly. Like,
it made it funny, but as soon it was funny, but it's still making a point. You know what I mean?
Like, it wasn't the scariest. It didn't have
not
creepy.
scary. I don't think it's scary at all.
That's for sure.
Pop culture status.
Yeah.
It was very clever. It was very witty. It was clever.
It was gay bait again.
Gay bait,
yeah.
But I ate it all up.
And I loved Stevie Nicks in it.
Yeah.
Towards those episodes. Okay, I know you might not like it, but
I love Stevie Nicks, but
Lily Rabe's character. Second favorite.
Overrated. Why is she so loved? What the fuck did she do to be this?
Okay, this is why I love it. Her whole look, it's very Stevie Nicks 1970s, but it's just like she's innocent, but she was still the way she beat Emma Roberts' ass was the shit. Like, and just like she's just she revives people. I don't know, the witch factor was there for me. Her outfit, her persona, it was there.
Another thing I loved was that they play out the different types of witches out there. So, like, one of my favorite subplots was the voodoo. I love that. Yeah. And I like that she knew how to defend herself and how to fight other people with her power. So I think that's really cool for, like, the witches genre.
Yeah.
And Taissa, redeemed herself as a character, I think. She had a little bit more prominence. Okay, that Halloween episode where she just went out with the chainsaw and just fucked everybody up.
That was very Evil Dead.
Evil Dead, but it's just like she could hold her
own.
That
was cool. That was cool. That was a cool episode.
Like, and honestly, having rewatched Coven and then going to watch The Nun, I could see how she could try and carry a film.
She didn't carry it. You don't think?
You know what? No. I give
she
her
faded into the role. I
heard that she carried.
She was the best part of that whole movie.
Okay.
Actors and character. She's the only fully realized character. My only issue with her in The Nun was that I couldn't tell if she was playing what's her name from the Conjuring movies.
Vera,
yeah. Her sister.
What's her fucking name?
Her aunt. Vera Farmiga?
That's that's her sister.
That's her sister, yeah. But what's her name in the...
Isn't that her aunt?
It's her
Lorraine,
sister.
Lorraine.
So in the movie...
That's her sister. Vera and Thais are sisters.
They're sisters. Just don't say the mother daughter. They get offended. But, spoiler... Those are not really just spoilers. Everyone already saw The Nun by now. Sorry about that. But basically that you don't know who her character is. Is she playing Lorraine or is she playing just a separate character?
Oh, because she's clairvoyant and shit, right?
She's supposed to be she's a sidekick.
Yeah.
She's doing the discoveries just like Lorraine would. This could have been an origin story for Lorraine.
Tell me why I just fucking realized that Taissa is in... Okay, no.
In what? In what?
No, I just realized that Thais is Vera's sister and she's in the same fucking universe.
So, I thought that she was...
And I thought they were going to tie it in somehow.
I thought that was going to be her younger self. And when they said that she's a psychic, I was like, she's Lorraine. And maybe she doesn't become a nun. Maybe she sees this paranormal shit going down and she knows how to help people with this. So that's how she becomes into the business of doing the...
But it's totally different. Could be a descendant, but...
But she does her vows as a nun, and then that's it. She doesn't do anything. She's a nun.
Yeah.
From there on out. Okay. So I was like, there's no point of tying that movie with the other Conjuring. Was it Conjuring 1? Mm-hmm. I just thought it was a little bit irrelevant. I get how it gets from point A to point B. Yeah. But it's a bit of a stretch if you're just connecting one little character with a small little detail. I'm like, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that.
But for Coven, the only thing I didn't like about Coven, and this is my only flaw in it. It was perfect, very entertaining throughout. But the only thing I didn't like is the last 2 to 3 episodes. It's all focused on, who's going to be the next Supreme? Who's going to be... that's where it got into, popular culture type of, American Idol type shit. And
I liked that. No. It was a challenge for me.
The only one I didn't like... What was the last episode? It felt like Harry Potter, the Goblet of
Fire. But rushed.
It was a little bit rushed, but it was the competition. I'm like, what?
But that was what it was leading to. That's what this whole season was leading to. To see who was going to be the next Supreme.
I kind of wanted them to stretch out the whole witch hunter thing until the end.
I wanted more battle royale than like Hunger Games kind of thing. Like,
I get it.
Someone didn't kill.
There were challenges.
Yeah. I don't want challenges like, oh, who wins to lose it. No, it should have been like a life or death. Like there should have been more consequences. It should have been more dread.
Yeah.
It should have been like
instead
bring
of
the
them
horn.
being like, maybe I'm the next supreme. Maybe I'm
it
the
was
next
too lighthearted in comparison to the rest of the season. That was the only.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, that's the only flaw I had was just that last episode, which is why I said usually the last episodes are like meh, whatever. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Freak Show.
And now we're going to Freak Show, which I'm a little bit. This one I was a little bit sad about for Jessica Lange, only because she came off such a strong character from Coven, and here she wasn't so well received, which I kind of didn't. I didn't like it too much.
This is the season where a musical episode is appreciated because they're in the circus.
Okay, that I
you know
did
what
like.
I mean?
Yeah.
The Life on Mars was
the
amazing.
Covers,
God and
Monsters.
God and Monsters.
Yes.
I mean, it was warranted. She's a show. She's the ringleader.
Yeah.
She's supposed to put on a show. So I love the musical numbers there. I love Ma Petite. I loved Twisty the Clown.
Twisty alone?
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon. That I think
was creepy as fuck.
They should have stretched that out for sure. Just because like that's the first time I've seen something pretty freaky in a while. And I was like, oh my god, play more on it. Because like
it was gory too.
The scene where they're at the picnic and he's
just cutting them up.
And then like he just looks and he just starts booking it towards her. I was like, done, I'm there. And it's just they cut it so short, and I was so sad about it.
Yeah, to go from him to Dandy, I'm like, really?
Okay, see that storyline.
Dandy is the gay baiting in this.
Yeah, is the gay baiting because it's like he's supposed to be like the serial killer who's obsessed, and it's just like
why was he naked all the time? You know what I mean? And why was he like?
Because Ryan Murphy was fucking him behind the scenes.
I'm not gay, but let's fuck. Because we did that scene with Matt Bomber too when they're like getting into their underwear.
Like 1 or 2 episodes, cool, but to stretch the whole second half of the season to be that and the way it ended, I was a little disappointed because I really appreciate all these characters. I love the freaks.
Yeah,
I love freaks.
This season is the first time that I noticed it, like when it like really lost its way halfway through.
Yeah,
halfway through I was like, what the fuck is going? I don't even get it anymore. So bye. Emma Roberts had a really cool death scene, by the way. I don't know if you remember. Neil Patrick Harris puts her in he's a magician and he puts her in a thing where she's gonna cut her
that's right. She got cut in half.
So she gets cut in half for real. So that was pretty cool.
I haven't seen her in a while, so but yeah, I remember that Neil Patrick Harris was the magician or whatever.
I've only seen every season once, so I remember the good stuff.
And then obviously Sarah Paulson playing 2 people, but
that was good.
That was really good.
Even though
that you like her.
Dot annoyed the shit out of me, but the other one was cool. The bitchy one was cool.
Sorry.
We just saw Eddie's porn. Okay.
Sorry.
No, Hotel.
Wait, that's
it? So that's it about Freak Show? Honestly, Freak Show wasn't that memorable to me.
Do you want to talk more about Freak Show?
I like Freak Show.
So keep talking then.
I'm trying to remember what else I loved about it.
No, we don't have time for you to remember.
Okay, fine. I'll get
musical numbers were good. That's it. Now
they did cover of Nirvana.
Yeah, Come As You Are, and then they did Lana Del Rey.
A lot of people wasn't feeling that covered. The other ones were good covers, but a lot of people didn't feel the Nirvana one.
Yeah, Evan Peters was weird in that scene for me. I don't know what it was.
Oh my god, his fucking lobster fingers, like fucking the Desperate Housewives with them. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
That's how you make money.
Well,
that was
I don't
so
know. Maybe
stupid.
the claw was like,
but it's
like a
so
big dick,
stupid. Like, why
really.
is that a fucking focusing point?
I don't know.
Hotel.
So, Hotel, Gaga, I was there for it.
Yeah.
Gay baiting again.
Again, I think there's gay baiting too. To me, its only flaw is the fact that it was 13 episodes. I think there was too much to stretch out. But there's some notable points.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Her as an actress, she did well.
All right.
Okay, fashion. You can say
fashion good.
Fashion good.
She earned
fashion, yes, totally hands down.
She earned the Golden Globe, and I loved her backstory as a 1920s actress, being in love with Rudolph Valentino. Like I thought that was a very good story.
That was cool.
And then he comes back later on, and she's just like, "Oh my god, you're back!" Like I loved it. Her as a vampire, like it was. To me, she she carried the torch that Jessica Lange had.
No.
No, you lost me.
What I'm saying is, like, because she was, like, the lead. Jessica Lange was the lead. And for her to take that on as, like, oh, I'm the new lead, and I have to kind of, like, you know, sort of just be the icon of the show. She did well. Yes. She did okay. I mean, I know she's not going to be like Jessica Lange in every season because she didn't, but, like, she did well. I think she earned that Golden Globe. Like, I had no complaints about her.
Sure.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion, whatever.
No, there was definitely some cool points in there. I like vampires. I like the sexiness of them. I like the fashion of it all. The musical score was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The music, when they played She Wants Revenge.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So cool. That whole opening scene with them going out and finding a couple, that's where they got me. But then it became... like Suspiria, style over substance.
Yeah, that's all
it was. All style. All fucking style. But the episode with the serial killers...
One of my favorites, I think.
My second favorite Halloween. In the whole series.
That was my second favorite episode.
It was fucking funny.
Okay,
it
began with because I just read the Night Stalker book. It began with that. Like, to me, that's creepy. He's like, he checks in and he's like, would you need a key? He's like, I don't need a key. Mm-hmm. Fucking goes in and kills this fucking couple. Like, it's like chilling.
It's
like,
so cool. It's so cool.
And just having a dinner with, you got Richard Ramirez, the Zodiac, Jeffrey Dahmer. Lily Rabe as Eileen Wuornos.
So good. That was the best.
Second best to Charlize Theron.
Second best.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the only second actress to even do that role.
Yeah, but still, she did amazing.
That's the only reason why I like that episode, because she nailed it.
Oh, she was so good.
My favorite part of that episode is the Zodiac coming out with a bag saying, I'm the Zodiac Killer.
that shit, it was just a great... To me, it's a pop culture episode.
And Evan Peters as the H.H. Holmes or something. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, Mr. March.
Well, that's what they call him there, but he's supposed to be H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
Like, my issue with the Hotel is that there's so many characters going on.
I think so, yeah.
And it loses focus on that. It a lot of the characters come back as repeated the actors are being repeated as different characters. I'm like, why? Why are you introducing more characters into this? And that's what it lost me, and I felt bored with it. And then, so an episode will focus on one or two storylines, but I'm like, we're in a hotel where everyone's in it. It's not like everyone's walking around the streets. Everyone's stuck in this hotel. Everyone should be interacting with each other at some point in the episode. Yeah. You can't focus one or two storylines and ignore everybody else when everyone is in the same place as these people are. Yeah. And I didn't like that. I was like, wait, so why are we spending an hour with this person and what's going on with the other people?
And I think that's the problem that has been with the last few seasons is just he needs to keep it concise. It can't be so big. If you're going to keep
he keeps stretching.
First of all, if you have if you have Gaga in there and you have Kathy Bates, keep it to 5 or 6 central characters and let it go, because it was kind of hard to keep track. I actually liked Sarah Paulson's character. She was very Nancy Spungen in it.
No, now that is where she's always smoking and crying.
Yeah.
That whole season.
She annoyed me on that season.
I fucking hated her.
But it's just to me that was kind of a good the way she was killed, and it's just I wanted a little bit more of that, but it was hard to keep track. Her ending,
they gave her a fucking phone to distract herself. That's how she ended. That's how her character
ended. The bed with the
the stupidest thing ever. The best thing about Hotel is Dennis O'Hara as Liz Taylor.
Liz Taylor, hands down
best character.
You know what? Give him the fucking award.
He should have been nominated. Yes, 100% better than Gaga.
Male actor and female actor, right there.
Hashtag no. Sorry.
But he deserved it for both.
Best supporting.
That was. You know what?
No.
I'll give you this. Gaga was amazing in that one episode. When his origins, when she was doing his makeup and talked to him, I believed it. Yeah. I felt like I was her.
Because she can relate to.
She can relate to him.
That was the most natural. I like her.
Those things were really cool.
Because my thing with her, she's a little pretentious. So she's playing the vampire. She's over the top. I'm
but that was the character.
She's playing herself.
It's over the top.
She's playing herself.
There's a way to make you buy it.
I guess.
Once you go overboard, you're like, I'm not buying what this bitch is selling.
Let's wait to see A Star Is Born and then watch it.
Oh, no, yeah. I'm not going to judge her on everything.
I was judging her winning this. I'm like, she's playing herself in her fucking music videos. What difference is this?
And she was competing against really good fucking actresses.
Yeah, and I'm like, no.
She shouldn't have won, really.
She should have won an award for playing herself, but...
She should have been nominated, okay, cool.
But she shouldn't have won. I'm sorry.
To each their own.
But I would say that one episode, I bought it. I was there. That's my favorite episode. But Liz Taylor was my favorite, with Kathy Bates my second.
No, I agree. Yeah, because it was a great, chemistry was good,
Chemistry
and I believed it.
Every scene Liz Taylor was in, the audience was hooked.
And I was waiting for a good tie-in for Murder House because the real estate lady Marcy was in it. And then like all the souls stayed there, so I was like, I kept thinking
Who was Dennis O'Hare in Murder House? He was the burn victim.
He was the burn victim.
He was amazing in that too.
Yeah, of course. I think he's a great actor. It's just,
but he's underrated because you don't hear a lot of love for Dennis O'Hare. What in reality, like all his characters in this whole series have been amazing.
He's the reason why I stuck with Hotel because I gave up.
Yeah,
everybody else, I'm like, I'm over this. I'm sick of this.
I didn't like the main guy. What's his name from Hunger Games? Wes Bentley.
He's just
hot. Found him. He was hot, but he's boring.
But he looks
I didn't like his storyline.
No, I don't like anybody's storylines. They're all fucking boring. Like Liz
the whole three, the triplets kids or the vampire kid that
even Chloe Sevigny was kind of like, no.
She was underused. She's a great actress, underused, wasted. Like there's a bunch of story plots that I don't understand. Like what is it that the guy with the drill? Was it like the character with is it like a latex character with all those the sex toys?
It was so
I'm
stupid.
like, why? They never like tell you why.
This is where I think too many characters and not enough.
And then we have the show with the kids. You know. Oh, by the way, that episode was filmed in my high school, which I thought was funny.
Cool.
But I was like, okay, this is awesome. Kids are killing their teachers. The whole place is there. But I'm like, how is this relevant to what's going on in the hotel?
Yeah, that's true.
And then what happens afterwards? What happens to the kids who are infected and their family? And like, is that gonna happen in a different season or like it's just like forgotten?
Yeah.
Ended. So I was just like, fuck this season, dude. And then that's what I was like, no, I'm not. I was bored and I didn't like it.
I agree. And then for Roanoke, I'm conflicted about this one only because I kind of like what it was trying to do, Blair Witch status, but then like when it was like, okay, it was a reenactment and you see the real characters or whatever, it's, I don't know, it kind of loses me.
Okay, to me, after Murder House, this is the second scariest one to me. It's very original. It was bloody as fuck. No one was saved. Like the characters you thought was gonna live did not win. I thought it was, I don't know. Like I don't think it pushed it as far as it could, but I was interested. The whole like meta thing that they're filming a reality show, but it really happened in real life, and you're going back and forth between the reenacting and the real acting. Like I like that whole thing because it was original to me, and then it gets discombobulated like every season. But I think after Murder House, this was the scariest one to me.
You know what? One thing I will say about it is that it was very unpredictable.
Yeah.
You don't know which character was going to get killed, who was going to live, who was a killer, and who wasn't. My issues was that the main cast, who played like the real people, they were not the greatest actors. I feel like the people who played the character, like the TV personality, I feel like they were the best. Like Angela Bassett was, she's amazing.
Yeah.
Why isn't she front and center? Like that's where it lost me.
They don't have the money for her. That's
honestly, she was the best in Coven.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would want Angela Bassett and Kathy Bates to Jessica Lange is not there anymore, so I would expect one of these two actresses to be the main character, take her spot, to carry the torch and to carry the season.
I agree.
And I feel like they underused them. And when you have, not disrespect to the other actors, but they're not as not as great as like Angela. They're not Angela Bassett.
They're not Angela Bassett. They're not Kathy Bates. Both, I think. I don't know if they're both Oscar winners. I know Kathy Bates is, but
Cuba Gooding Jr. was in it, and I thought that was.
Oh, I totally forgot. It's just the thing is like
that was unexpected.
I felt like they were trying to do some Blair Witch shit, but
I was down for all the kills.
I don't know. To me, it was like it was weird. I did like the end of the season where they did the I'm trying to remember too because it was like a good death scene where they like they hung him up or what did they do? They like shoved a they did the cannibal Holocaust thing. That's what I was there for. They did the cannibal Holocaust thing to them, and I remember I read about it the week before it premiered, and I was like, oh shit! Like they're gonna do cannibal Holocaust, like they're gonna put them up on pikes like that. I was there for it. That I remember, I think it executed it well, and I was like excited about just that kill.
Yeah.
So I think for a season, this had pretty good kills. I don't know if you remember they did like the cannibal Holocaust thing where they shoved the pike up their ass and like, it went out their mouth. Like I was like,
that
down.
Was cool.
That was fucking.
It was really
dope to me.
This season was really bloody.
It was really bloody actually. So I'll give it that for gore, blood, and everything. Because I remember a certain
gore and
scene,
scariness, like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Angela Bassett was like, her leg was cut, and because the fucking cannibals wanted to eat her and everything.
So they were spit roasted.
Yeah. Pretty much. You know? I mean, like, so
Ryan
for gore wise, it was great, but just story, it lost me.
The story was everywhere. The actors were on and off.
Because I can't even recall the guest spot that Gaga did as a.
She was like a witch.
Oh,
a witch, right?
You don't remember?
She was like one episode.
Vaguely.
She was.
It was one episode, but it was vague. I was like,
she was sporadically here and there.
Like 1 or 2 episodes.
The season.
Thank God.
I just remember. The cameo
like
from because I saw the 5'2" documentary and I saw she was filming it. I was like, I don't even remember that. But
one cool thing I remember from this season was Angela Bassett directing. She directed a couple. She directed I think 1 or 2 episodes and. Believe it or not, those were my favorite episodes, and I didn't know she directed those.
I'm sure, like she.
So I was like, "Wow, this is when they get kidnapped." Or the season when she had, I think they cut her finger. I think one of the characters.
Yeah, it's what.
Yeah. Okay.
So she directed that episode.
Ooh, cool. She did. Okay, I didn't even know that. So that's good to know.
Props to her.
For sure. Cult, like I said, I watched 2-3 episodes. Maybe they fucking lost me.
Cult started off good for me and then lost me. That's it. I like that they're bringing in new characters. I like the new actors. I like Leslie Grossman. I like Billy Eichner. They're funny. They can be funny. I want to see them get killed. I like Billy Lord is prominent in it too. I don't like that they're giving Sarah Paulson more and more fucking things to do. Like, why? Like, just let her. I hear she's directing in this new season, so
she is.
Just let her fucking direct and not be in the camera as much. But isn't she playing like 50 characters this season?
She's playing 3.
I would say, you know what? Like, as much as I love her, give her a break. Let other people shine. Have her come, like, skip a season or 2 and then come back.
She's honestly not that good for you to be going Gaga over her.
I think she's great.
Not you, but like, you know him.
You know,
But
for him to be giving her so much to do, like, she's not that good. Calm the fuck down.
Just give her and audiences a break and have her come back so they can appreciate. Because if she's in every season... That's a little too much.
And doing the same in every season.
Like, I would say give her a break. Have her come back in a season or 2 later so we could appreciate her again. Because if she's in every season, we're just going to be like, okay, where's this other actress? Why aren't they in it? Why is she in it? So I would say give other people chances to carry a show as much as I love her.
I agree, because when I saw the promo for this season and I saw the way it politically was, I was like... Like, I really don't want to see a show about this, to be honest. In the trailer itself, it's like you saw the election and, Hillary lost and she's like crying. Like, she was supposed to win. That kind of killed it. I was just like, fuck, like, okay, here's this bitch crying,
I love the Emma Roberts death scene. That was pretty cool. She was a reporter.
What happened? Tell me, because
she's a she's a reporter and she has a dog and she's like doing this
segment,
blah blah blah, yeah, kind of. And then the clowns, the cult comes in behind her and she just stabbing her like nothing.
No way.
And then the dog runs and then they get the camera guy too and it was just like on camera dying, like Emma Roberts and the guy. It was pretty cool, but that's about it. Like after that, it fucking lost me.
After the political stuff, I was just tired. Like, I understand the importance of being involved with our political system, but don't jam it down our throats. And I felt that's what the show was doing.
That's what it did.
And that's why I skipped it, because when they said, the Trump supporters, I'm like, I see enough of this on the news. I see enough of this on my social media. I see enough of this on freaking Roseanne.
We don't need to be seeing it on shows,
We don't, we get it, but that's not helping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do an episode or 2 about it, cool, I'm down. But when you're doing a cult, show more of, that's all that was highlighted was the political stuff, not whatever cult this was.
Not very horror-y.
Yeah,
I want to see the sacrament cult type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like that could, this season,
some Wasco, Texas.
It could have tied in into Asylum. It could have tied in with trying to think what
Murder House.
Like, when you're dealing with a cult, it could go in so many different ways. Tied in with your other seasons. Yeah. So I feel like that was a missed opportunity. And when I was asking people like, oh, what happened this episode or what happened here, they wouldn't say much. They're like, well, this and that, not much. Yeah. So I felt like I wasn't missing anything. So why do I need to watch it?
Yeah,
you didn't miss anything.
Yeah. You didn't. And honestly, like I said, I watched maybe 4 episodes and I was done. I was just like, I'm not doing this. It lost its touch. And I knew it's gonna get renewed for another season or two, so I'm just like, go back to form, which is where it goes into Apocalypse.
Okay. Thank God.
Premieres tomorrow. They talked it up as the crossover between Murder House and Coven. Now, to me, I have a lot of hope for this, and after seeing the trailer, I'm positive. I'm still weary about it, only because if it's a crossover between Murder House and Coven, I don't need an in between. And I feel like the Apocalypse is an in-between. I know the Apocalypse is supposed to be because of the child. Mm-hmm. Tate's child in Murder House is supposed to bring in the Apocalypse. Because when I rewatched Murder House, Sarah Paulson her character was saying that the child of a ghost, a spirit, and a human will usher in the Apocalypse. Yeah. So it's like, I can see how that ties in. And I'm actually happy Jessica Lange is back for this.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Because as Constance, she was the shadiest bitch ever.
But it's
the Supreme.
I want her back as a Supreme, but I don't think that's going to happen.
That's fine.
Everybody's back from the fucking dead.
What I think this might do is going to be going back and forth. Maybe it's going to be... So. I wouldn't mind that if it's a sequel, prequel kind of thing where it goes back and forth. That'd be interesting.
And if it's kind of like the witches trying to stop the Apocalypse and Murder House somehow ties into it, like, I'm there for it. Because Sarah Paulson's new character is eerie to me. No, it is. Like, when I showed you that teaser, like, she's just, like, in the makeup, like, just very gaunt. Like, she looks like she works the Haunted Mansion.
I haven't seen any of it, so...
Like, you never seen the teaser? No, I'll show you the teaser after, but...
Okay.
It's not like a trailer.
Just the trailer, but, like, just, like, her character, like, she's... Like I said, she looks like she works at the Haunted Mansion. I'm there for it. Like, she's keeping some survivors underground from the Apocalypse. It's just, I'm kind of curious as to how they're going to do the Coven in there, how they're going to do Murder House. If it's a radioactive wasteland.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum because they're merging my two favorite seasons. Uh-huh. And I am very skeptical about it because of the trailers. Mm-hmm. I haven't liked what I've seen in the trailers, so... I am hoping that they're going to surprise me and I'm going to shut my mouth. But that's all I have to say about that.
Like, just Jessica Lange for me is just promising. Mm-hmm. Just because I enjoy her in every season she's in.
Oh, okay. I want to throw a shout out to, because we haven't mentioned Emma Roberts as Madison. Quotable as fuck. Memeable as fuck. Like, she was what made Coven fun for me. She's back. I'm excited.
But see, that's where I'm conflicted, because that was such a fun, upbeat tone. And Murder House wasn't. So it's like, how is that going to clash?
Well, like, we're going to see. Like, my expectations are on the ground, so I can only go up, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, because the Apocalypse is the in-between, and from the trailer,
assuming it's in-between.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
I know. What I see
it could
from...
be flashbacks.
It could be. From what I see of, Sarah Paulson's new character, I'm there for, but... From what I see of Kathy Bates and whatever, the bunker, whatever's going on in these new characters, I kind of don't want to see that. I want to see just the old characters. You know?
We'll see. Like, again, we could speculate all we want, but we won't know until we actually see it. So having them go back to these two seasons that I really enjoyed is making me want to watch the show again.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it takes. Like, if it wasn't this and it was something else, I probably would have skipped it again.
Yeah.
Just because I felt so disappointed with the last 3 seasons. I'm like, don't waste my time anymore. One season, a fluke, fine. But if you improve the next one, better. But they just been going downhill but you know what? Here's my theory too. I feel like they were focusing more on Scream Queens. Because once they established American Horror Story, they're like, okay, we could focus on a new show and let this keep riding on its success.
Yeah.
So once Scream Queens was doing well, and then it got canceled, now they're doing this. Mm-hmm. So I feel like their focus is to go back to American Horror Story and probably put things back into perspective.
Yeah.
Do we have any ideas of what, like, next season we might like to see? Because I would like to see either a zombie one, like an actual...
Well, Coven wasn't that zombies, didn't they?
Who?
In Coven? Didn't they have zombies?
Well, yeah, that one episode. But, like, I'm talking, like... The whole season is like Walking Dead scenario type shit. Let's see what those actors can do in that type of shit. I want to see that. Or I want to see like a slasher, full on, like the
I want a serial killer one.
A serial killer one.
That's what I would like.
They kind of have serial killers in each season because they had what is that?
Twisty
the Clown. They had that that guy from season
Bloody
2
Face.
with us, a bloody face, and they had a few others like there was some in Murder House too, but like a full on slasher type shit. You know what I mean? Like a whodunit type season, like a Clue type season. Mm-hmm. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Actually, I think that would work in its favor. It would kind of bring the popular thing back in.
And the cast can shine because you need a lot of characters for that.
Keep it simple. Keep it like a Clue thing, maybe.
Yeah,
like who did it?
A slasher type Clue thing, you need a lot of characters.
That could be atmosphere,
for red herrings and killers.
So. You know what? Like a House on Sorority Row type thing. And honestly, he could do that because it could kind of be like.
I thought Scream Queens was gonna be that.
I know, but
they threw me off with all the humor. But I enjoyed the first season. I did not like the second season. I like the first season. I like.
First season, I like Jamie Lee in the whole thing.
Yeah. No,
Jamie Lee was awesome.
I don't know.
I hated Scream Queens. I'm sorry, but
I liked Emma Roberts and I love Jamie Lee Curtis.
The Chanels were
Chanels. It was very
like, it was Mean Girls.
You didn't even like the first
season? Mean Girls.
No.
Didn't laugh. You didn't laugh.
I watched a couple episodes. I was just like, no.
I love Death Taylor Swift.
I think I.
Oh yeah.
I expected too much of it. I expected it to be something like I said, I expected
Sorority
Row type shit, and I think that's what I want.
It was more comedy with a little horror element. So, but it did its own thing, and I appreciate it for what it was. Mm-hmm. Like I like the humor.
was the shit in it.
Oh yeah.
Chantal! Why are you laughing yourself? I love it.
Yeah.
So
going back to this, what kind of cameos do you think we should get back?
I need a Sarah Michelle Gellar cameo. I need Scream Queens cameos. I need Jennifer Love Hewitt. I need Sarah Michelle.
This new season or just in general?
I need some in general, whatever. I need some
new ones or
Robert Englund kind of cameo.
Heather
was on.
She was on Freak Show.
She was one of the housewives.
She was. Yeah, she was one of the housewives. I remember that. Yeah.
So I would love throwbacks.
I would love throwbacks.
Cameos.
Like that. I mean,
but relevant to the story, you know. Don't throw it off track.
Of course.
But keep it relevant to the story, and I would like little cameos here and there from horror. I would love that.
Yeah.
It's a horror anthology. It's American horror story.
I think to fix it, shorten the episodes. Keep it concise with just like the 5 or 6 characters.
No more subplots.
No more subplots.
1 or 2 and that's it.
Yeah, just keep it concise. Everything, and that's it.
And then I'm trying to think what else I want out of it.
I just hope this new season's good. That's all. It's 2 of my favorite seasons merged in one. Please don't disappoint me.
Expectations are low, so
they're very low for me.
Expectations are high.
I can only go up from here. So that's all I ask.
That's how I feel too.
Well, after Cole, I guess you're right. But all right, so
is that it?
Tell us what you think. Which is your favorite season? Do you agree? Do you disagree?
What do you want to see
review?
as a cameo?
Just let us know. Call us, beep us if you want to reach us.
And hopefully this new season brings the fans together again.
Exactly.
Brings back its viewers and bring back what was so great in the first place.
Just a shout out. Pose was good, and that's Ryan Murphy. So I'm hoping he would take some of that. So let's just put some of that energy out there.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
No, we'll tell you off screen. It's not horror, so it doesn't matter.
No. Well, regardless, what is it?
No, it's a Ryan Murphy show. It's his last show. It's about gay culture.
Paris is Burning.
Paris is Burning.
Okay.
The show.
Amazing show. Really, really good. Characters are cool. Funny things. Good music.
Is it like Popular?
No, bitch. Then you should watch Popular too. But no, it's completely different.
Who was on that show now?
Popular was on which show?
You said that someone from Popular.
Leslie Grossman. Yeah.
Oh, Leslie Grossman. Yeah. Mary Cherry. Whoever knows about Mary Cherry, let me know.
Hit up Beto because he loves her.
Bye.
Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye, you guys.